You say you want love, but tell me honestly, is it really love you're after, or the feeling of being chosen by someone? Because there's a vast difference between love and the desire to be loved. Most people who claim they're searching for love are actually thirsty for validation. They want someone outside of themselves to prove what they can't prove on their own, their self-worth. They long to be seen, admired, desired, not because it strengthens a bond, but because it silences the insecurity screaming inside their chest. Erich Fromm, in The Art of Loving, goes straight to the point. Most people don't seek love, they seek to be loved. Because to be loved feels easier, safer, more comforting. Love demands effort, discipline, commitment. To be loved feels like a gift that fixes everything. If someone loves me, then I matter. Then I deserve to exist. And here begins the illusion. You don't truly want love. You want the feeling of being enough at last. You want someone's gaze or someone's touch to whisper, "You are worthy." Because deep down, you don't believe it yourself. Your craving for love is not about sharing. It's about filling. Filling the silent emptiness that no one sees, but you carry every day. An emptiness that began in childhood, through rejection, abandonment. We're simply never being taught to see yourself as inherently worthy of love without proving it to anyone. So you grew up believing you must be chosen to have value, desired to be important. And each time someone chooses you, for a fleeting moment, the emptiness disappears. But it always comes back, doesn't it? Fromm calls this immature love. It's the kind of love born from the desperate need to fuse with another because you cannot bear being with yourself. It is not desire, it is dependence. Not connection, but emotional addiction. And worst, our culture feeds this. It teaches you to seek the one who will complete you, rescue you, give your life meaning. But that's a lie sold as romance. True love doesn't happen when someone chooses you. It can only be born when you no longer need to be chosen. If you're still listening, it's because you feel this truth at some level. You sense something is off in how you approach love. You sense that inside, you're still waiting to be validated by someone outside of you. And maybe you're tired of begging for attention, tired of losing yourself, trying to be what others want, tired of clinging to the smallest signs of affection as if they're all you have. But let me tell you, this isn't meant to comfort you, it's meant to wake you up. Because until you see the root of your emptiness, you'll keep calling need love and dependence connection, and it will keep destroying you from the inside. Most people see the problem of love as the problem of being loved, rather than the problem of being able to love. That sentence shouldn't just be read, it should be digested slowly, because it exposes the emotional distortion shaping modern relationships. The idea that love is something received, not something given. And that inversion transforms what should be mutual growth into a desperate hunt for validation. Think about it. When people reflect on love, what questions come up? Will someone choose me? Am I attractive enough? Am I worthy of being loved? They're legitimate questions, but notice, they're all outward focused. In this framework, love becomes a prize, and the person becomes a product trying to be attractive enough to win it. Fromm highlights this confusion precisely. For many, to be loved simply means to be desired. And there lies the problem. We confuse desire with love. We confuse being seen with being cared for. But desire is unstable. It can flare up in a second and vanish in the next. If your self-worth depends on being desired, You become hostage to someone else's gaze. One rejection, one silence, one no, and your world collapses. Fromm goes even deeper. He says this obsession with being loved is rooted in how our emotional lives are built from childhood. Most people are starved for love, but almost no one is truly capable of loving. Because real love requires something very few are ready to face: emotional maturity. Love demands stepping out of yourself, looking at the other with responsibility and intention, not as someone who completes you, but as someone you choose to share your wholeness with. And that is rare, because most of us are too busy chasing recognition, proving we're worthy, proving we matter. This confusion between love and being loved creates fragile, anxious relationships. Intense at the start, destructive in the end. Two people meeting not to build, but to extract what they each lack inside. That's not love. That's a transaction, a silent contract. Give me the feeling that I matter, and I'll give you whatever you want in return. But the bill always comes due, and the emptiness always returns. What are we really trying to fill with this hunger to be loved? What is that hollow space that makes us vulnerable to any affection that seems real? The answer lies in Fromm's central idea: the neurotic need for fusion, the addiction to feeling whole through another person, and the heavy price it carries. The difference between loving someone and needing someone is enormous, yet most who say they want love are really starving for something more primitive: validation. The craving is not for connection, but for proof of worth, not to share essence, but to be chosen as a way to patch the inner void. So when you chase someone to love you, you're not looking for love. You're looking for fusion, a temporary escape from your inner separation. You want someone to hold you so completely that, for a moment, you disappear. But no one can give you that forever. No relationship can heal a wound that belongs to you. As long as you cling to the illusion that being chosen will make you whole, you'll keep swinging between ecstasy and collapse, between idealization and despair. This fusion is not love, it's regression. A relationship built on dependence, not freedom. Mature love, on the other hand, is an act of courage, a conscious choice, an emotional discipline. That's why it's so rare. It requires being whole before you touch another. Love is not a passive state, it's an active practice. Not a sudden fall, but a steady standing. Love is giving before it is receiving. Real love begins where need ends. It doesn't grow from lack, urgency, or fear of being alone. It grows from presence, from your ability to remain whole in front of another without erasing yourself, without losing yourself, without begging to be validated. True love is a choice, a natural expression of someone who has found themselves, faced their emptiness, and decided not to use it as an excuse to lean on anyone. So today, if you stopped searching for someone to make you feel special, if you decided that your worth will no longer be measured through the eyes of others, this is where freedom begins. And the love that follows won't bind you, won't demand, won't suffocate. It will share. It will add. It will build. Love is not about filling what's missing. It's about overflowing. Now, I want to ask you, did this message resonate with you? If so, write in the comments, "I don't need to be chosen to feel complete." Make this your commitment to yourself, because the moment you declare it, you begin to take control of your story. And don't stop here. If this message touched you, watch the next video. It may reveal what you haven't yet had the courage to face. and guide you one step closer to understanding yourself and to real love.